Imagine a city where the youth feels disconnected, resources go unevenly distributed or not distributed at all, and voices continuously go unheard. I'm not speaking of a dystopian future, I'm speaking of what's happening right now in cities across the world. Hi, I'm Andrea Lawson, and today I'll be walking you through the importance of building strong communities within marginalized groups in the year of 2025 and beyond. While vocalizing the importance of building community has become more common recently, there was a time where hyper-independence heavily stigmatized it. Some may argue that your emotional well-being should be based on your personal responsibility and not dependent on your community. However, in a world full of it's not your friends or family's responsibility to fill in the blank, I'm here to share with you why it should be. While personal resilience is important, studies have shown that communal support improves mental health and reduces isolation, which is why I love the way Adriana Rodriguez highlighted that in her interview with therapyreimagined.com. Emotional strength is just one piece of the puzzle. Building community also plays a huge role in economic empowerment. Some may say that economic success should be based on your individual effort and not community involvement. I have the privilege of interviewing Bria Carter, a project coordinator in the city of Chicago, and she shared with me some information that I believe would change the minds of people who believe that. I chose to interview Bria because she has been an active member in her community her entire life and chose to dedicate her professional career to advocating for marginalized groups around the city of Chicago. Her current work has put her in a position to witness firsthand the impact of resources going unevenly distributed or not distributed in cities like Chicago. I quote, "The distribution of resources has been disrupted by the current administration, and it has resulted in Chicago's youth feeling lost and discouraged from building community in the ways that generations before them were able to," Carter says. A perfect example of resources being put to great use in the city of Chicago would be a trusted organization by the name of Chicago Ability. Chicago Ability was established by the Department of Family and Support Services Youth Services Division. This organization has begun to bridge the gap between marginalized groups and professional development in the city of Chicago. This is proof that resources effectively distributed and properly utilized within communities results in opportunities being more accessible. It's important to realize financial support helps marginalized groups build stronger networks and improve city programs, which then promotes economic empowerment and community resilience. Past emotional and financial growth, building community also empowers people to step up and shape the systems that govern their everyday lives. If you want your voice to be heard, you must first use it. A common misconception within marginalized groups is our voices don't matter, our votes don't matter, and the systems are too broken to be fixed. And that is something that I would highly encourage optimistic community leaders to pour extra energy into and to pay close attention to when they're in the process of building trust within their respective communities. A big takeaway from the article, Engaging Marginalized Groups in Community Decision-Making on tilagap.org, is inclusion in decision-making strengthens the need for trust building a strong foundation. Community involvement amplifies individual voices while fostering unity and visibility. As Bria Carter highlighted, it's so important for authenticity and trust to be a foundation when building these strong community organizations, because that is a key to making a lasting change within the community. As stated in the article, Building Inclusive Communities Through Service by Increase Magazine, by creating inclusive environments through collaboration, accessibility, education, and advocacy, we are creating a community where unique individuals have the opportunity to thrive. Some may argue that your emotional well-being is your personal responsibility. And to that I say, community is not a weakness, it's wisdom. Others may say your economic success should be based on your independent effort and not community involvement. And to that I say, no one thrives alone. Lastly, it's very common to hear your votes don't matter, your voices don't matter, and systems are far too broken to be fixed. And to that I say, those comments come from a place of deep disappointment. And I truly believe that they can be transformed through a collective effort. I would like to leave you with this. Acknowledging the importance of building strong communities is the first step to building them. This is not something that may be beneficial or just nice to have. For the sake of emotional well-being, economic empowerment, and the promotion of civic engagement, it is an absolute necessity in the year of 2025 and beyond. If you've ever been interested in contributing to your community in any type of way, now is the time. Join a local club, lend your time and abilities through community service, and be available within your community. Show up for your community as often as you can and in any way that you can, even if it may feel inconvenient, because that's when it matters the most.